We want to provide a dining experience where our guests get to taste Hawaii. What does taste Hawaii mean? I can divide into three parts. Number one, well, we want to serve fishes from around our islands, from the Pacific Ocean first. We want to be serving the fruits and vegetables, the produce that we raise. We want to be serving what the ranchers produce, whether it's the lamb, the pork, the chicken, or the beef. Well, we want to be serving everything that comes from Hawaii or is produced in Hawaii. Second, you can take an ingredient that these immigrants brought to Hawaii. You can take a flavor that these immigrants brought to Hawaii, which either was Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Okinawan, Portuguese, or Puerto Rican. And so, third is when you take a dish that is old and you make it new, you bring it contemporary, you reinterpret that. What we're doing is we're taking something that's familiar, putting it on the plate, and serving it to customers, and giving them something that the local people grew up eating. As chefs, we're always looking for the next ingredient. I can imagine when the French first discovered lemongrass, or kaffir lime leaves, or ginger. Here in Hawaii, it's a little different. We have so many ethnic influences that what I like to do is go to a farm, look what they have, and feature the ethnic vegetables. I think the chefs all across the mainland United States have a lot to learn by coming to Hawaii because, here you got sweet potato. And the Filipinos like to take the sweet potato leaves and make a salad out of it. You can eat the sweet potato leaves raw or you can blanch that. The wild bitter melon leaves, that's another good one. And these things are not usually found in restaurants. And so we have the opportunity here in Hawaii by going to the farms, picking out the ingredients, serving them in our restaurants, and that really reinforces more of what I mean by, giving you the Taste Hawaii experience. This is a marungai tree, sometimes called a kalamongai. You can eat the fruit by itself. It's very hard, fibrous. You have to peel it, you have to steam it, you can't eat the skin. This is what I would call Filipino artichoke, where you would take it between your teeth, kind of squeeze out just like an artichoke, and you get the pulp, after that. You can also take the leaves. These are great ingredients for soup, or in a sort of like a lentil. The Filipinos call mongo beans. They will put the leaves inside with the lentils. You can put this in a salad. You can use this as a garnish. And they did some a research study showing what amazing nutrition you get from this plant right here. This is the lo'i, or the taro patch here at the village. Taro has a very important, spiritual, and very significant in the Hawaiian culture. From taro, you can use almost the entire plant. The leaves, the corm or the root, and you can also use the stem too. The root is used to make poi. Of course, taro was prized. If you didn't have taro, breadfruit could be used. You could even apply the technique to sweet potato and or banana. You could make a combination of. But poi was sacred. The bowl of poi was in a calabash. The degree of hospitality was measured by how thick the poi was. A 2-finger poi means you can pick the poi up with 2 fingers. That means it was thick enough. If it was watery, then you might need 3 fingers or 4 fingers. If you had 2-finger poi and you served that, that was a good sign of hospitality. When you had the bowl of poi on the table, it was so revered that no one could argue. No one could fight at the table. So there were rules to eating poi. When you never have money, you use flour. And you use flour to stretch your poi. But you have to stretch it with flour and water, which doesn't taste very good, but in a poor time, that's what you had to do. I always say that I will never retire from this business as long as there is a new country, a new cuisine, a new culture, new food ingredients that I can learn from. I especially love to learn about new cultures. So when you get into the history, you find out all these things, you tie them into food, then you understand why they eat what they eat. And so that's what's fascinating for me to come to the Hawaii Plantation Village, because it gives you a point of reference, it gives you the history. Then you understand what really Hawaii is all about.